Welcome to What is Twitter and Why Should I Care Part 2. In this part, I want to help you understand the different types of Twitter users, and I've kind of grouped them into 4 types of Twitter users, and then help you figure out which one you are or which one you want to be and why, actually. So, from my perspective, there's a couple of different things that determine what I'm going to do on Twitter. Number 1 is whether I'm going to use it for business or personal reasons, and number 2 is whether I'm going to use it to produce or publish information, or if I'm simply going to use it to consume or read other people's opinions and tweets and whatnot. So first, let's look at producer or consumer. Which one am I going to be? Or let's look at both of them a little bit. Producers are people who publish or tweets, is a person who publishes or tweets regularly, and they're interested in how many followers they have and who is following them. So for them, developing a list of followers is important, and they know they have to tweet relevant content in order to capture and retain those people as followers. A consumer, on the other hand, is somebody who simply follows people and reads tweets. People who are using Twitter as consumers really don't care how many followers they have or who is following them, because that's not their reason for being on Twitter. The consumer's reason for being on Twitter is simply to get a steady stream of information related to topics that are of interest to them. So that's producer and consumer. Now, you're either a business user or a personal user. So you're using Twitter for business or for personal reasons. And someone who is more geared toward a business use of Twitter is someone who uses Twitter to promote a product or a service. Someone who's using Twitter for brand management, which has become very big today, as you can go out to Twitter, type in the name of your company, and see every occurrence of where somebody included your company name in a tweet. And you can search through these tweets to see if the opinions of the public are good or bad related to your brand. They use Twitter to stay informed and keep current with their industry. And then they also would use Twitter to get and stay connected with customers. So these are some of the business reasons that you would use Twitter. Now, on a personal side, Twitter's quite simply just a way to stay connected with your family, friends, and social networks. So it's another social media tool, and it's kind of nice because it's only 140 characters, so we're all forced to keep things very short and very simple on Twitter. So as a result of those combinations, if you will, that lends itself to 4 possible Twitter users: a business producer, a business consumer, a personal producer, or a personal consumer. So let's take a quick look at each one of the 4 types of users. If I'm a business producer user on Twitter, then I'm someone who uses Twitter to promote a product or a service. Again, uses Twitter for brand management, uses Twitter to stay informed and keep current on my industry, and I'm also using Twitter to get and stay connected with customers. Now, if I'm a business producer, I'm also someone who publishes or tweets regularly, and I am interested in how many followers I have and who's following me. So a business producer is somebody that's really using Twitter as part of their business, and they're both following and they're publishing and consuming related to their business. Now, the next one is a personal producer. Well, what do they look like? Well, a personal producer is somebody who simply uses Twitter to stay connected with their family, friends, and social networks. They publish or tweet regularly. They use Twitter as a tool, and they like it. And they are interested in how many followers they have and who is following them, just because it's their family, friends, and other people. So that's kind of a way for them to see who's following them and keep them informed as to what they're doing. The third type of consumer or user on Twitter is a business consumer. Now, a business consumer doesn't necessarily produce or publish, so they're not using it to promote a brand or a service, but they really are using it to stay informed and keep current within their industry. So a business consumer will follow people and read their tweets, but these people don't really care how many people follow them, because that's not what their interest is on Twitter. Their interest is simply to remain informed and follow the thought leaders in their industry or things like that. And then finally, a personal consumer is someone who uses Twitter to stay connected. They follow people and read their tweets, but they really don't care how many people follow them, because it's more about them following you than it is about them trying to put out great content and you follow them. So they're just simply a personal consumer. Now, as you can guess from looking at this chart, we are not just one or the other. We tend to kind of be a little bit of business producer and business consumer, or personal producer and personal consumer. But I wanted to put it into these 4 quadrants so you got an idea of what they are.